December is here, closing out another fantastic year of games. There have been some big releases, from Horizon Forbidden West to Pokémon Legends Arceus, and for all of its highs, lows, delays, and setbacks, there's something for everyone to enjoy. But it's not over yet. December offers more big releases worth checking out. Whether you're a survival horror fan, racing game enthusiast, or looking to toss a coin to your Witcher once again, let's look at the biggest games launching in December of 2022. The Callisto Protocol. Striking Distance Studios' The Callisto Protocol immediately made an impression. The over-the-top brutality, moody interiors, terrifying atmospherics, and sci-fi setting builds on that formula in unique ways. Melee combat and stealth are possible, and you'll need to rely on the former with how scarce ammo can be. Mutant biophages aren't just shambling violent reminders of Black Iron's inmates. They're monstrosities that can transform, becoming stronger if you don't kill them fast enough. Of course, death plays a major part in the Callisto Protocol, as protagonist Jacob Lee can be eaten, crushed, dismembered, and all kinds of horrible things, which you get an achievement and trophy for witnessing, so feel free to experiment. Along with working through the prison, Lee traverses Callisto's surface and investigates the remains of the first colony. With a 14 to 15 hour playtime, alternate routes, and a compelling mystery behind the terror, the Callisto Protocol is looking to be a scary good time. It's out on December 2nd for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4, 5, and PC. Need for Speed Unbound. Criterion Games is back on the Need for Speed franchise with the colorfully stylish Need for Speed Unbound. Set in Lakeshore City, players dive into the resident underground street racing scene, completing weekly qualifiers and participating in the Grand. Along the way, they'll meet several characters, including A$AP Rocky, who hosts the takeover scene. There are over 140 vehicles to choose, which are extensively customizable with tons of different parts. Much like Need for Speed Heat, you participate in races and events during the day to earn money or bank, and then risk it all at night for bigger returns. The cops are also back and more brutal than ever, with everything from a pursuit helicopter to undercover Camaros, and they'll do anything to stop you. So far, it all sounds very Need for Speed-esque, but Unbound embraces street culture with its use of tags. These special effects apply to boosts, drifts, jumps, and much more for some visual flair. You can also use work from artists like Centrock and JC Riviera as wraps for your car and strip it down to its innards with new full kit options. Need for Speed Unbound releases on December 2nd for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Whether gimmicky or a huge step up from Heat, it's worth keeping an eye on. The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2, Retribution. As the follow-up to The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2 Retribution continues the journey of the player character, the tourist, in New Orleans. You're still killing walkers, whether it's with firearms or axes, and exploring the environment for resources and other survivors, who you can either help or harm. The sequel offers new locations to explore, new quests, and new weapons like the sawed-off shotgun and chainsaw. You'll also encounter a new faction, the Exiles, and it may be worth helping them. They're rejected by the Tower and unfavored by the Reclaimed, so you'll need to weigh your options carefully, especially since the former seems to make some big moves. There's also the Axeman, an unstoppable enemy that constantly pursues you. The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution is out on December 1st for MetaQuest 2, but also coming to PlayStation VR and PlayStation VR 2 in 2023. Hello Neighbor 2. The first Hello Neighbor was a unique concept, a stealth horror game where you snuck around the mysterious Mr. Peterson's house and tried to avoid capture, and each time you failed, his AI would learn from it. Unfortunately, bugs and issues with performance and controls severely hampered its potential. Hello Neighbor 2 seeks to remedy that, opening up the entirety of Raven Brooks for exploration. You're a journalist, investigating Mr. Peterson, but it seems the town itself has something to hide. There are multiple neighbors now, from the taxidermist and the baker to the mayor, who possesses an attack dog. An AI neural network is employed for the neighbors, ensuring that they learn from your tactics and optimize their methods accordingly while still acting naturally. As the game progresses, you'll come across different events, some predetermined and others procedural. In terms of improvements, the controls should be more fluid, and players can benefit from improved climbing to better explore the world. Hello Neighbor 2 is out on December 6th for Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, and PC, in addition to Game Pass. An average playthrough will take about 8 hours, but there is side content to indulge in. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Next-Gen Update. After a few delays, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition is finally set to release on December 14th for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, with the update also free to PC players. It adds ray-traced global illumination, 4K 30 frames per second, and 60 frames per second modes, FSR 2.0 support, vastly improved vegetation and screen space reflections, and other improvements. In terms of quality of life features, the long-running Wolf School gear quest bug has finally been fixed. The map allows for filtering out all the different question marks, and the minimap is more dynamic, with objectives disappearing while exploring or fighting. A new camera setting that sits closer to Geralt, accessibility features for subtitle size and HUD scaling, and a new control option for using signs are also being added. PS5 players can also benefit from DualSense support. Of course, all versions also receive access to content based on Netflix's The Witcher, providing new armor for Geralt and alternative appearances for characters like Dandelion. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition is out on December 14th for Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PS5. It's a free upgrade for owners on PS4 and Xbox One, but if you've never played the original game and its expansions and want to see what the fuss is all about, this will be the definitive version. CHOO-CHOO Charles. If you asked someone to define survival horror games, traveling on the tracks while a demonic spider train tries to eat them would have been the last guess. Developed by Gavin Eisenbees, CHOO-CHOO Charles is about the same demonic train, who goes by the name Charles. It's your job to kill it. You start with a relatively mediocre locomotive and can upgrade it with weapons like a flamethrower, heavy cannons, and rocket launcher. Scavenging parts is necessary to achieve this though, which is only possible while traversing the world. With a vast open world to explore and secrets to uncover, who knows what else could lie in store. We'll find out when CHOO-CHOO Charles launches on December 9th for PC. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. One of the best PlayStation portable games ever, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII gets the remastered treatment. Remaster is probably an understatement though. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion looks almost like a remake with redone assets, character models, environments, and effects, all in Unreal Engine 4. It even runs in 4K resolution on Xbox Series X and PS5, with a variable 60 frames per second, though PC players can take advantage of up to 120 frames per second. On top of this are tons of quality of life changes and improvements. Combat is more fluid with linkable combos. And you now have more slots for materia and items. A new dash function has also been added to get around the environments faster. While the combat UI looks far sleeker, limit breaks are also freely accessible without relying on the digital mind wave. And you can now skip the ladder's cutscenes. There are also new cinematics for the summons. There aren't any new story elements, but if you want to know more about Zack's story and the events leading into the original game, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion is the best option. It launches on December 13th for Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, 5, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Marvel's Midnight Suns. The game sees the hunter resurrected to fight their parent, Lilith, before the world ends. They'll do this with the Midnight Suns, a collection of heroes ranging from the uptight Captain America and Spider-Man to the more occult-minded like Nico Minoru, Magic, and the Ghost Rider. Each hero's abilities consist of cards drawn and played as the fight progresses. You can have 3 heroes in a party for a mission, and additional actions like throwing enemies into the environment are available. Plus, you can hang out with heroes at the Abbey to upgrade their passives, unlock new cosmetics, combo cards, and much more. Marvel's Midnight Suns also releases on December 2nd for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. That's all for now. If you enjoy what you saw, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, now is a great time to subscribe. We upload brand new videos every single day. After subscribing, don't forget to enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time, right here on Gaming Bolt.